We start the fourth quarter. Second down and goal for Kansas City, down 7. Toss, Kelsey. Short gain. Third down coming up.
Yeah, you always kind of got to be ready for that one. We've seen it a lot once they get down here in the red zone where they got Kelsey. He's going to act like he's blocking. You see him right here. And then he'll pivot right around, and Mahomes puts it on him. They played that pretty well. There's no doubt that Tampa Bay practice was prepared for the play. And it's one thing to be prepared. You still got to make the play, and they do. The big third down here.
Hopkins back in there. Third down and goal. Mahomes out to his right. Flips. Touchdown, Pirine. And Mahomes not able to get right up. He was close to the line of scrimmage when he flipped that ball to Pirine. And not a good sight.
No, and Joe, there's no contact on the play either. So you're going to see as he turns it loose, or he doesn't get hit. And immediately, something gave. Right there, you see that it was awkward. That left hip, I don't want to speculate, but he did come down hard on that, jarring right there on that left leg.
Well, he was on the injury report this week with a left ankle sprain that he suffered last week in Las Vegas, and he needs help to get across the field.
Oh boy.
So we will get word to you whenever we get it. There's that awkward step. He was definitely not all the way across the line of scrimmage. The touchdown will stand. The extra point to come. The backup quarterback for Kansas City is Carson Wentz.
We talked to Andy Reid about Carson Wentz. I did, and asked him how many reps does he get during the week in practice. Most backups do not. Some do. But in Kansas City, the backup doesn't get any work with the first unit. He runs only scout team. At least it's good that he was getting help getting off, and now to see him walking, at least that's a better sign.
Has his second third down touchdown pass of the game, but there's an extra point happening, but I feel like everybody's attention is on the Chiefs sideline right now as they look at Mahomes on the table. Tie game. Pirine gets his first touchdown catch of the season. The awkward step, the floating pass, and a tie game.
It's big, it's back, and it's only $6. Get the big box y'all love today. And this holiday season, you can order a Cajun-style turkey at your local Popeyes.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Week 10 kicks off with Thursday Night Football starting at 8:15 p.m. Eastern on Prime Video. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
4 iconic programs tip off the season with fresh faces and renewed hope.
At long last, the wait is over.
The State Farm Champions Classic, Kansas, Michigan State, then Kentucky Duke on ESPN.
Introducing our all-star lineup: the Camry, the Tacoma, the RAV4, and the Tundra. Toyota, undefeated on the road.
New Downy Comfy Cozy combines softness and scent to unlock an elevated cozy we call Cozy. a higher state of comfort.
What's up? What's up?
Unlocked by blending
Get your
comfy
angle sports
softness
right here, and we are
cozy
looking at the Chiefs
Transform your
versus the Bucs, and it is getting pretty interesting. We got a tie game on Monday Night Football, 17-17, and Patrick Mahomes goes down. It looks like his ankle is injured. That is going to be something to look out for the rest of the year. Not good. That's not what you want to see if you're the Chiefs. Obviously, going for their second straight going for their back-to-back Super Bowl, and they're having a heck of a season, sitting at 7-0. 7-0 without even barely trying. So maybe it doesn't look that bad. He kind of limped off, and it looks as though he's going to be able to get back into this game. I mean, not into this game, but back into the season, I mean. So we'll see what happens. He's on the sideline walking around. So he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. If they lose this game, I don't think they'll be too crazy. But he limped off. He was carried off. You know, on the shoulders of two players, a trainer. Bucs get it. You got 14 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Mahomes, infamously, he came back in that Super Bowl with the same kind of injury, like an ankle, and he limped his way through the playoffs. So he's got tough ankles. Everybody knows this. He's 23 for 29 today, 189 yards. It looks like it's going to be a close one. You got the Bucs and Baker Mayfield with the ball. Bucky Irving, and the running game hasn't got going yet, but still over the handoff to Tucker. They hand off right away to start off the fourth quarter.
Let's go down to Lisa.
Bucs hand off, and he gets about 3 yards.
It is an ankle injury, and they said that they told me that Patrick will be going back into this game.
So it looks like Mahomes is going to be coming back into the game.
Good news for the Chiefs in this tie game.
Interesting. He's trying to win. They're not messing around. They don't mess around. They don't ever mess around. This is ridiculous. Let's see. Kansas City got Kareem Hunt with 63 yards. He's still there.
Mayfield over the
DeAndre Hopkins.
Slick right through the hands of Otten.
He has 66 yards. And Travis Kelce was 62 yards. So the big two receivers, the free agent addition, DeAndre Hopkins making a difference here.
Fully participated in practice during the week, but he was on the report.
So in the last game against the Raiders, Mahomes was hurt, and then in this game he just gets his foot stuck into the turf, and kind of twisted a little bit oddly, but a non-contact injury. So maybe he just felt it was a little long. Baker Mayfield takes off. He tries to get the first down on 3rd and 7, and he gets about 6 yards. 1 yard short. You go for it? No.
It's 4th down.
It's interesting. 4th and 1. They're sitting at the Tampa Bay 38. Seems like you can get this. They've been pretty efficient, but not on the run game, but the pass game. And it's very wet out there. It's raining. 4th and 2. 4th and 2, actually. Baker went between two defensive players to try to get that first. He took some hit. He took a hit. Boom! When it almost gets blocked. But they get it off, and he makes the fair catch. They're sitting at Kansas City 21.
To blocking that. And it's a quick
so 1st and 10, Patrick Mahomes is coming out.
The tying touchdown by the Chiefs. NFL
We're on the eve of an election here. Going to see who gets it. Patrick Mahomes' mother-in-law came out today.
To make your voter game plan for
Former President Donald Trump.
NFL.com/vote.
What do you guys got? Who are you guys taking? Big money being bet all around for this one. That's an interesting one. I'd like to hear what you guys pick on the betting markets.
Bring my pudding back. I wish you the worst, Dale.
Right now it's sitting at like 50-50, but Donald Trump's media company, the stock, is is going up overnight, adding about 20%. So I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
I'm sick of these billionaires always getting the tax breaks while working people get screwed. Trump is a reverse Robin Hood. He wants to steal from the working man like myself and give it to the rich.
So far, we got a game 17-17, 12 minutes left. Tampa Bay sitting at 4-4. They were pretty good at the beginning of the year, and then they've kind of fell off. So they were sitting at 4-2 after the 6th week. And then they have back-to-back losses against the Ravens and the surging Falcons. So that'll be interesting to see who can really get this.
On Chewy, save up to 40% on holiday
going.
gifts for your pet. Like their favorite treats, toys, and food. The best presents at the best prices for the best pets. For low prices, for holidays with pets, there's Chewy.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business
Let's
card.
see.
With no preset spending limit, our purchasing
We
power
got
adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. An unlimited double miles
Falcons sitting at 5-3, so they're taking over that division so far. So where the Bucs were leading it and the Falcons didn't look like they were going to be able to handle it too much. The biggest surprise, I think, of all of football is the Washington Commanders and Jaden Daniels. So that's pretty impressive what they're doing out there.
Mahomes is good to
So
go.
Mahomes is out there.
Tampa Bay took just 91
He takes the snap and he hands off to Kareem Hunt, and he gets about 3 yards.
Kareem, who had 7 carries for 47 yards on that.
So he's doing what he does. They picked him up out of nowhere and just put him
picks up 3.
Yeah, he
in the
do
mix.
A whole lot prior to that last possession
He's
on the
looking
ground,
good.
got him going
He's
a
doing
little
what he
bit,
does.
and
He
you
was
expect to see more of him,
ostracized because
Tampa
of
Bay expecting that as well on that first down. They
some
went 5
dealings that had
across.
nothing to do with football, some
That
domestic
defensive
abuse
front
or something
trying to slow
like
him
that.
down
I
and held
can't
him to at
remember. I
least
think
3 yards.
hit his kid or hit his
Kelsey
wife or
makes
something
the
like
catch.
that. Travis
Third
Kelsey
down coming up.
gets it's like a 6-yard pickup, so they're looking at it like a 3rd and 2.
Hopkins for 35.
They're showing Hopkins highlights, the big pickup from
Kansas City Chief in his first
Tennessee.
home game as a Kansas City Chief, the injury to the ankle. Him coming out
Tennessee
of the
looks like
medical
they're
tent.
done for the year.
And number 15
They're
back
packing
out
it up.
there
They
for
tried the
3rd
Will
and 2.
Levis experiment. They gave him some things. I thought he was going to be pretty good.
Mahomes is now 9 for 9.
Mahomes
throwing
gets
on
it
3rd
to
down.
Kelsey
He finds
again.
Kelsey, who is wide open for 7 and a first down.
So they pick up the first
Such a
down.
good job by Patrick Mahomes.
It
Just
was, yes, a 7-yard. So a 5-yard from Kelsey, 5-yard reception, and then on 3rd and 2, they picks up 7 yards for the first down. Mahomes went up the middle and dropped it off. He looks like he's walking well. Mahomes under center, got a motion, handoff to Hunt for the first down snap, and he picks up about 4 or 5 yards.
Have been a lot of first down runs. More
6
than they
yards.
Have been with
Picked
Andy
up
Reid
6
and
yards.
Patrick Mahomes guiding this offense.
Well, yeah, I mean they've run the ball more than
Right
any
between the
team that
tackles.
Andy Reid, his coach, coming into this game, they were 10th. They were running it almost 50%.
And it's
of the
pouring
time.
pretty
And,
hard over
you know,
there.
we talked about it.
Looks
This
like
offense is really
they are
kind of
dealing with a
evolved
lot of
and
rain,
isn't anything
and you
what
got
we
10
thought
minutes
coming
left.
into the
They're
game or
driving
coming
down,
into the season.
just trying to keep
Brought
this
in,
last
of course,
possession.
Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, and Rashee Rice. They brought big
They
play
hand
back in the
it
offense.
off again. Kareem gets about 4 more yards.
Pacheco, they had to bring Kareem Hunt back. He gains 3, 3rd and 1 coming.
It's
3
another
yards.
reason why
We're
why they
looking
drafted
at
Xavier Worthy with
2nd and
his
4.
Speed, just unbelievable speed that he
That was
has
2nd and
to-
4. We're looking at 3rd and 1.
They
I'm sorry.
really have not had the big play in their offense since Tyreek Hill. left.
looking at
and went to
1
the
yard, and
Dolphins,
it looks like they pretty
they
easily
did
are
some
getting
things.
these
Brett Veach, the general
like about
manager,
4 to
in order
5 yards.
Get those
Let's see what
types
they're
of players
averaging.
with that kind of speed back in this offense. But then with all the injuries that they've had to go back to more of a ball control style.
Inside handoff.
They go down the
to
middle
Carson
with
Steele.
another handoff, and the Bucs
Right now,
wrap
they're gonna
them
mark
up.
him short, a first down yard.
Very
That's gonna
short.
bring up fourth.
Not even close. Not even worth pulling out the chains.
So it is fourth down for Kansas City in this tie game.
So Kansas City is averaging 4 yards per carry. That's not bad. That's about where you want to be, 4 to 5 yards.
Patrick Mahomes got hurt
Keep them on their toes, but that Tampa Bay front line is big and strong. With it being so slippery, I don't know if you go for this. And they're going for it. Kansas City under center. Snap, handoff, and Kareem Hunt finds a sliver of a daylight, and he takes advantage of it. Good job. Way to go, man, because there was nothing there, and he kind of snuck on the right side and just slipped through. I guess these wet conditions give you an advantage several ways.
And they get some good movement. Hunt
Yeah,
picks
he
up
just
the
found
first
the
down.
hole. I don't think that was the hole that he was supposed to go through, but he stepped to the right, and he just dropped his shoulder. So we got a wide receiver screen, and they go for about 11 yards. It looks like it's McKinnon. Oh, no, it's Hopkins.
Kind of doing it all, isn't he?
No, it's Hardman. Hardman goes for 12 yards, but Hopkins blocks the wide receiver so that Hardman, and you know Hopkins has that big frame. So if you're going to go behind someone, look at him coming into the season, coming out to this team and doing everything. Big block. So it looks like there's an offsides play. Free play, but they blow it dead. I'm not sure if that was offsides or false start, but it looked like the defensive lineman jumped the ball.
Across.
Hopkins is only 6'1",
I saw what you saw. You see it
212,
right there in the middle.
but he looks a lot bigger. Wide frame. Let's see.
Offside.
Defensive offsides. Yes, that's correct. Defensive offsides.
First down.
Enforced 5 yards. No play. So it's going to be 1st and 5 at the Tampa Bay 34. They are marching. It's a tie game. Field goal is going to make all the difference. But once again, under center, handoff, and he gets nothing. Maybe -1.
As Golston makes that play. No gain.
Big stop. He ran into a wall on that 1st and 5.
He's been doing it a long time. 12th year in the league. The same team. You just don't see it that much for a rotational defensive tackle. But you see what Kansas City's trying to do. If they can run the ball, take time off the clock, march it down
Let's
the
see.
field.
Here we go. 2nd and 5.
Very little time on the clock left for Tampa.
Oh, Mahomes looking right, looking left. Now he's running left, and he switches hands and he throws out of bounds. He switches hands.
With Brewer bearing down
So he had it in his right hand, which is his throwing hand. He switches to his left hand and he throws it out of bounds. That's interesting. No reason for that, but it looks kind of cool.
I couldn't do anything that good.
I guess you don't want to twist your body or anything. But he was in pursuit. Didn't take a hit or anything. Patrick Mahomes is 9 for 9, 109 yards on 3rd down. So 3rd downs, he's very, very good. And here we go again. He picks up about 14 on 3rd down. So he gets the 1st down and then some. So I guess it's a nice play that they threw it away.
You got Watson right here, number 84, and Kelsey attracts so much attention. Levante David takes him, and when he does, you see that the middle of the field just open up for Watson. Just nobody there picking him up at all.
Back to Hunt.
Oh, wow. Big run on first down. He gets about 12 yards, and Kareem Hunt says, "Feed me." Now they're sitting at 1st and goal with 6 minutes left. So it looks like Mayfield and the Bucs will get the ball back with a significant chance to score.
See him pull. He leads the way.
Wow. They're just mixing it up so well. And really, that first half was garbage. They were sitting at, 7-10, and now it seems like they can't do no wrong. So, once again, handoff to Kareem, and he gets about 1 yard, maybe back to scrimmage. Second and goal.
Second and goal.
They're sitting at the Tampa Bay 9, so looking at 9 yards to the touchdown.
347 in his 7th year, and as you said, an athletic big man who had a couple of early sacks in this game. He's got 8 tackles on the night.
He came into this game leading the team in tackles for losses. Another big night tonight.
Second and goal. Steele. Down at the 5. This is a stat that's kind of hard to believe in his career.
This is kind of interesting here in the top right-hand corner. We're seeing a lot of movement on the Donald Trump stock overnight.
17-17. We're in the fourth.
So this was at $13 about. Anyways, we're watching a football game. I don't want to distract from that, but I find it very interesting. It's about gone 3 to 4 times, but we're sitting at the 5-yard line for Kansas City. Mahomes takes it, and a quick West Coast offense slant to DeAndre Hopkins. Number 8 with the 5-yard touchdown reception. And you got about 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left to see what happens. The Bake Show is getting ready on the sideline. He knows what he needs to do. Let's see if this game's going to go to overtime. But we're going to get a game. That is what we want. I mean, do you want to be entertained? Unless you're a Bucs or a Chiefs fan, I want to be entertained. So, the opening spread on this was 9 points.
That was a mismatch.
Bucs were getting 9 points. I don't think they're getting a lot of respect. I mean, the Bucs.
Hopkins is a big addition.
Granted, they are playing in Kansas City, but I mean, they've been competitive in all their losses. They've lost to the Falcons twice. That's not too good. Obviously, you don't want to lose to anybody, but you don't want to lose to your division twice. That puts them in a huge advantage. No wonder they're taking that division.
NyQuil plus a rush of Vicks Vapors.
NyQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, best sleep with a cold medicine.
So anyways, like I was saying about this Trump media stock and media and technology, that's his social media company, Truth Social, and that is that's kind of interesting to see where it goes with this election and everything.
You're right, Luke.
So right now it's sitting at 37-19. It closed at like 36-80, something like that. But the big idea is that where's it going to go if he wins or if he gets close to winning? Are people going to buy it up? I mean, you could just bet straight up on this election to see who's going to win. But kind of curious to see where it goes. It was at $13 about 2 weeks ago. $13, and then it went. Obviously, it's at. It went all the way up to $50
in value.
about a week ago, and now it's to $37. So if you bought it at its low $13, you're looking at pretty nice return.
Just like all of our mouth-watering oven-baked pastas.
And who knows where it's going to go tomorrow, being its election day. So we have some fun, some exciting things going on here in the universe.
One new hero.
I can do it. I'm his big brother.
We don't try this.
You got
we won't get to him in time.
Election, you got a great football game going on. What more can you ask for, ladies and gentlemen?
Here's a look at that touchdown. Just asking a lot from the second-year player Josh Hayes to try to guard a future Hall of Famer right
What's
there.
up, chat? Are you guys? Did you guys bet on this election? Did you guys?
Really wasn't.
You guys have any money riding on this thing tomorrow? Do you guys have any money on the game? Do you? Would you take the +9 with the Bucs? It's kind of. I guess we could look at what the live betting is. That's obviously more likely.
Patrick Mahomes has been on fire. 11 for 11 on third downs, 120+ yards, 3 touchdowns.
There's the kickoff, and of course they don't take it back.
And that's really been the difference. They've gotten them to third and long enough times, but they just haven't been able to get off the field when they have.
Let's check in with Laura Rutledge.
Well, Joe, we've had steady rain for almost all
I know
of
my
this
boy Kenneth.
He's
taking college basketball today. He just gave me the inside scoop on some college basketball games. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Wind is down, rain is up.
Here comes the rain. The rain is coming down hard.
Down by 7.
So it's a handoff. Bucky Irving goes for about 1.5 yards.
I still say it, though, Joe. You come into this game if you're Tampa Bay, and I know that it's been a struggle here over the
4
last
minutes, so you could take your time, but it is coming down hard. Got about 2 yards.
With just under 4 minutes to play.
You get it. Try to get it to your receivers in these conditions.
I don't know that you can ask for
I mean, seemed like they were having a lot of success on the Kansas City side. So Cade Otton seems to be the #1 target. He's got 77 yards. Baker is in the shotgun. Got some motion. Baker steps back. He looks left, looks right, and he gets caught up in a storm of Chiefs defensive linemen. Taken down for a minus of like 4 or 5. 7. Holy. You're looking at 3rd and 16 now. Boy, did they take the fun out of this game. Come on. At least get a couple first downs. I mean, you got significant time, but you got to believe if you're going to give this ball back to them, you're screwed.
Second Kansas
Give me a moment here.
3rd down and 16. Able to step into it. Incomplete for Ryan Miller. And now with it being 4th down and 16, 2:49 to go, plus the 2-minute warning, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are compelled to play
all right,
football.
we are back.
Yeah, but Baker Mayfield, he's just
so big 3rd down. He was open, but the pass was a little bit behind him. It was where the receiver could catch it, but he couldn't make the play. It was a little bit behind him. So it looks like the Bucs are going to punt. I mean, they're put in a tough position, 4th and 16. They got 3 timeouts. That's what you got to do. Your defense has to step up.
Flag flies, and the ball checks up.
Oh, did it touch a Kansas City player on the punt? We're going to see. There's a flag on the play. I don't know what it is. Maybe someone pushed them into the ball. But on the Tampa Bay punt,
yeah, that's
there are a couple flags on the field. We're going to see what happened. Baker doesn't look like he's coming out to the field, so I'm guessing that it's not something. It's on the Chiefs. So that's going to take them back about 10 yards from where the Chiefs got it. Not really important because it doesn't really matter where it is. They just need these 10 yards. I mean, they just need to stop this first down. So they got the 2-minute conversion and 3 timeouts. So it looks like a punt. The punt, it was offensive holding, so 10 yards.
Peyton or Peyton?
Enforced at the 45, so that'll take them back to the 35.
Peyton.
Great work.
Thank you.
Excuse me, but who really cares? Ooh, look at this stock. 37.50. What is going on overnight? If you guys didn't hear, Joe Rogan endorsed Donald Trump today. So that's interesting.
11 first downs along the way and basically 15 minutes off the clock.
All right, Patrick Mahomes under center. He takes it back, and he hands off. He gets blasted at the line of scrimmage, and looked like he snuck through and picked up a yard. Interesting.
We'll give you a game recap brought to you by State Farm, and we'll watch the last drive, which put Kansas City on top again by 7. The ovation after the injury in the previous possession comes back out and has just been deadly all night on 3rd down. Here's a 3rd and 5 conversion, and then on 3rd down again, the touchdown to DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, I think when you're playing Kansas City, 1, you don't want to give up the big plays. 2, you want to get them to 3rd down. And Tampa's done a good job in both areas. I mean, they've given up a couple big plays, but yet they've gotten
All right,
them.
let's see. So we are back, and it's 2nd and 9. So we did pick up a yard.
Kansas City's converted 11 of them.
Got the handoff to Kareem. He's going, and they are playing it safe. They're playing it safe, so they don't believe that this. They hand off. He gets stopped right away. Oh, Mahomes goes down again. What is going on? Something with this turf, but Mahomes non-contact. He just his foot goes down incorrectly. It doesn't look good. But it looks like he's fine, but he is having some trouble staying up.
With 1 timeout now remaining for the Buccaneers after they just took their 2nd. And we welcome you inside the broadcast booth.
They've used 2 timeouts so far. They got 1 left and the 2-minute conversion to the 2.
I mean, they got them to 3rd down. It's 3rd and long, and that's
the 2-minute
game is to why Kansas City
warning.
has the lead.
There we go.
Can they make a stop here on 3rd and 11 to give them 1 more opportunity?
So Mahomes steps back, drops it off in a screen, and it's dropped. The ball is dropped. It slips out of the running back's hands and falls to the ground. They don't need to use a timeout. That's kind of a waste. But he just dropped it down to Ryan. I don't know. He just couldn't grab it. Mahomes looks disgusted with that because at least catch the ball and go down. So punter comes out for the Chiefs. Matt Araiza, and getting ready for the snap. It's 4th and 11. Let's see if he can get a good one. He kicks it high. He kicks it high and long. Takes 1 bounce, and he picks it up. He is running about 10 yards.
Turn it into a positive return of 11 yards. There's a lot to talk about for each team. You've got Kansas City running away with the AFC West. They beat the Chargers earlier in Los Angeles.
Speaking of that, you got the 7-0 Chiefs, but the Chargers, we knew they were going to be better. That's and that looks about right where we thought it would be. But Broncos sitting at 5-4, that is something. That is something, especially with the rookie quarterback. He's going for possibly. I don't think he's going to get Rookie of the Year, considering that Jaden Daniels is playing phenomenal this year. So Baker Mayfield he drops it off. 1st down, he takes it for about 8 yards. There's a flag on the play.
Chris Jones with pressure. Here's the call. It's a hold against Tampa Bay.
Oh man, so there's a hold on the Bucs. we're going to get a repeat of first down. It's going to be a...
Well, we've shown Chris Jones a number of times tonight, and typically when we've
This
shown
offensive line needs to step up right now because Baker, he needs a couple of seconds to throw this ball.
And Chris Jones beats him to the inside, and that's what generally
The defensive line for the Chiefs is just eating up this line.
Tampa Bay's longest pass play of the game is
So he gets some time, he passes it off, and he picks up a good chunk of yards, about 15 yards to make up for that penalty. So we're looking at like a 2nd and 5. And the 2-minute warning hits. We're sitting in the 4th quarter, 2 minutes left. It's a 7-point game. Bucs and Chiefs. Baker Mayfield is questionable right now. He's got 131 yards. He's averaging 5.7 yards a pass, I suppose. 1 touchdown, 2 sacks, and we've seen one of them. So he's been pretty consistent, pretty average. Not himself. He's usually slinging the ball a lot more. And you got, look at this stock, 37.85. It is going on overnight. Wow, people are buying this up. So it started off at 30 this morning, and it put on another 20%. So it is growing. I don't know what's going on, but it just started moving probably about an hour and a half ago, and it is moving. So, regardless, we have this game going on, and the running game only 83 yards for the Bucs.
That's a better play. Plus, it's more fun to say.
That's not too great.
Bundle-a-rooski, bundle-a-rooski, bundle-a-rooski do. Try it. Yeah. I'm not going to say that.
Bundle and save with the personal price plan.
He can, though.
Well, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Let's see if Baker Mayfield can get this game going and take us to overtime. I don't know. What would you do? Would you go half? I mean, would you go for 2?
Wakey. Sunday morning football is back in Germany. And NFL Network.
We've hit $38. Oh my gosh.
Sunday, only on
Pretty darn impressive.
Hey, I'm Scott Van Pelt coming up on the postgame show presented by Nationwide. Joe and Troy breaking down the key moments in this game. We'll hear from Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, the head coaches, and take you inside for winning the locker room. It'll be Kansas City unless Tampa Bay can make a drive with 2 minutes to go. Fellas, back to you.
All right, so Baker
2nd down and 6, 2 minutes to go.
steps back and he lets it fly to the sideline, and it is complete.
And Sterling Shepard
for a pickup of, I don't know. That was good, 15, 16 yards.
Now he's able to run routes, and he ran a great one there.
Ooh, and they came in, but Baker avoids them, and he throws it out of bounds. So they do not get the sack. I don't know how he got out of that. He had like 2 defensive players right on top of him, but somehow he slips past them. Heck of a catch by Shepard. More of the route that he ran. Too bad he didn't get out of bounds and stop this clock, but throwing it out of bounds helps him. So we're looking at 2nd and 10. That defensive line is getting in there.
But when it matters most, both those guys have come through.
And Shepard on this slick night's been bothered by a bad hamstring. Wouldn't know it there.
Right, so they're creeping up. They're going to blitzing. And they get about 9 yards. It looks like they are calling it a catch. They might review this one, but he caught it on the sideline. Got out of bounds. 1, 2. Looks like it's a catch. He drugged that toe. So he caught it, put the same foot down, and then dragged the toe. Yeah, that's 9 to 10 yards. They're going to snap it quickly. It's a 3rd and 1. Baker in the shotgun, and they stop. They stop the play to review it. So they're going to review this one.
So they shut it down. We're inside 2
It
minutes.
looked like it was pretty
so
iffy.
It's a booth review.
Looked like something they could review. Sure enough,
looked like
they are
Sterling
going to review
Shepard
it.
made this great
He
catch
catches it,
with
one toe's
left
already
foot,
down. Then he puts the
right
same
foot
foot
taps.
down,
Yep.
drags the toe.
He
I would be
maintains
surprised if they
possession through
overturn
the
this.
catch. Are
That
you
looks
seeing
like
the same thing,
a
Russell?
legit
Yeah, Joe, I see
catch.
it the same way you do. I see that the second
But who
foot
knows
gets down
anymore
before
with
the
the way
knee
they have the
touches out of
rules.
bounds and he maintains control. I have this as a catch.
And if it stands, it's a 9-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and
They have
1
some
after
super
this
weird
official's
interpretations of a catch nowadays. Now it's like more of a mathematical equation as opposed to football.
This is already taking longer than I thought it
But
would.
there's a couple things that he has
This was
going
pretty-
for him. He's
pretty
holding
much textbook.
he's holding the ball
Russell,
pretty
the other thing they may be
solidly,
looking about at is whether
and
the
he
shin
taps the
came
toe at
down
the end
inbounds
before
for
the knee
clock
goes
status
down.
situation.
So
I'm not sure that it's clear and obvious that the shin's down.
Baker got that out
inbounds
pretty
before they're
quickly
out of
too.
bounds, I
So
don't think they'll do anything on that.
they're doing really well.
When you say clock status, then they would
Every time that he
wind the
kind of
game
gets that
clock,
ball.
But in this case, we're going to say knee comes down. out
Every
of
time he
bounds,
gets the
clock
ball,
stops.
he's under
If the shin were down
assault
first
by
inbounds, they
this
would reset the
defensive
clock, and then
line
they would
of the
actually have a
Chiefs.
10-second runoff
But
option.
he's making his moves
Buccaneers do
inside the
have
pocket, a little
timeout,
bit
which
left,
they
a
could
little
use
bit
if they
right,
wanted to avoid
and
that.
making
But here's the
something
call.
happen.
The receiver did get both feet in down while inbound.
Yeah, it is a catch. So they're ruling it a catch. So we got 1:28 left in the fourth
that's
quarter,
it.
down by 7. The Bucs have the
Clock is
ball,
stopped with a
and
minute
they
28.
are marching.
They're able to maintain their timeout.
I don't know if they're
It's 3rd down
marching.
and
I don't know
1.
if I'd say that, but they're going in the proper direction. Marching might be
Now a
an
minute 30 on the
overstatement
clock.
for what they're doing. They're kind of squeaking. They're squeaking through it. Need to put some WD-40 on it. But
It's a little
refs come
unsettling
out.
for
They're
an offense.
stopping
This
the
much time,
play
it
for some
takes
reason. I
away
guess
from
there
what
might be
Tampa's
putting
trying
some
to
more
do.
time on the
That
clock.
You get the
Not
defense
really
kind of
sure
on their
what the
heels a little
referee's
bit.
coming out,
Hard to do
stopping the
against this
play.
group, but you get Kansas City defensively.
Okay, here we go.
reeling,
They put
and
the
then-
ball
then
down. We are
everything
going to
comes to a complete
resume.
stop. Hard to get
Baker
that
is
momentum
in
going
the
again.
shotgun. He gets it, hands off for the first down, and then some. Bucky Irving, he takes it. Number 1 takes it about 7 yards right down the middle. Follows the center.
Well, Baker's calling the play. I thought he might call 2 in the huddle there,
Fantastic
so they didn't
play.
have to try
And they're
to
getting right
communicate
back
that
on
if
it
they
because
just
that
pick up the
clock
first
is
down.
moving. So takes it in the shotgun, floats it out, and a tough catch for about 7 yards. We're talking about a 360 diving catch.
Yeah, this is a ball that gets
Excuse
away
me.
from Mayfield. That's
Sterling
incredible.
Shepard with another fantastic catch.
Contact.
2nd and 3. Baker gets the ball, 51 seconds. He's looking. He's sneaking out of the pocket on the left side. He runs for the first down, and he gets it. He gets out of bounds, too, stopping the clock. So, excellent run play. We've moved inside the red zone.
Well, they've
So,
positioned themselves.
The question
perfectly
here
now.
for you, the
still
viewer,
got one
is
timeout. They can
if
work
they
the
get this
middle of the
touchdown,
field.
do you
There's
go
no
for 2
hurry.
or do you go to
44 seconds
overtime?
left.
Patrick Mahomes has been limping around,
Play
so
sheet that Liam Cohen's looking at. There's
but
a lot of calls
they're
on
still
that
the
sheet from
Chiefs.
this position
You got
that he
these
can
rainy
use.
conditions.
They're gonna
You
challenge
still got to
his
get
receivers
into
on
the
the
end zone. I'm
outside. They got
thinking
them
a little
all
bit
on
ahead.
looks.
So Baker Mayfield's in the shotgun, 5-4-3, gets the snap, and he gets a slanting receiver to the 1. Oh my gosh. He runs the slant in the middle. They use their last timeout. He gets to the 1. He dives over 2 defensive players and gets to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, they still
So this
have
is
plenty of time.
very interesting.
No
30
reason
seconds
to
left.
hurry. You've got to believe that Todd Bowles knows what he's
You
going to do.
have to think.
Are they
You're
going
not
for
trying
2
to waste
win
any
it if they
clock. You're not
score,
trying
or
to
are they
give
gonna
this
tie
ball
it up?
back to the Chiefs, who have 3
30
timeouts.
seconds on the clock. You're on the 1-yard line. There was
Bottom
no
line
reason
is you
call
have
a
to get the
timeout.
touchdown. So I don't know if you really think about giving the ball back to them.
So 30 seconds. Now they put 3 more on. So
Baker is in the
33
huddle.
seconds.
He's talking to the team. They
down
break.
and,
Comes to the line of scrimmage.
I would go for 2 if they score.
He's looking
but
at
if they
the
score here, they're gonna
way
lose a little
that
time
Kansas
left
City's
for
lined up. He
Mahomes.
likes it. He hikes the ball fakes the handoff, and it's a play action, but it's broken up. So he fakes the handoff, he goes and gives it off to the tight end, but it is broken up.
You know, these conditions, and you know, we've seen a couple balls. That's another one
So,
that just
got 30 seconds on the clock. Second and goal from the 1 yard line. What do you guys do? Do you run the ball here? You got Irving about 7 yards back. They fake the handoff again, throw it to the back of the end zone, and it's touchdown. Nice. Heck of a drive.
Miller with the touchdown.
Ryan Miller. We haven't seen him much at all today.
And the kicker comes on.
In fact, that's his first catch.
For Ryan Miller.
That's his first catch. He's had 2 targets,
well,
but
Miller and McDuffie, he's looking in the backfield, and
he is
it's
happy.
Second down. I'm not anticipating that they're going to run the football there with no timeouts left. And they're kicking the extra point.
So they're kicking the extra point. It is raining. This is not guaranteed. But as you can see, they made it. But
I think I'd have gone for 2.
That's a little bit ahead. Let's see. Yeah, it's right down the middle. No problem. These rainy conditions haven't caused much trouble on either side of the ball, other than Patrick Mahomes kind of losing his footing and getting it stuck into the turf.
And there is time for Mahomes and company. This last drive by Tampa Bay, outstanding. Here's Palmer with that catch before the 2-minute warning. This one to Shepard.
So we got the star of this, probably the Baker Mayfield, Sterling Shepard tandem. And then Ryan Miller with the touchdown catch, the 1 yard touchdown catch. Sure, he'll take that all day. So Cade Otton has been the most targeted player on the day by Baker. 11 targets, 8 receptions, 77 yards. But in the clutch, you got Sterling Shepard.
On the 1 yard line, you can at least force Kansas City to start using some timeouts instead of running your own. But now, like you said, 27 seconds,
standard.
3 timeouts.
We are seeing 27 seconds, 3 timeouts for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Don't count Patrick Mahomes out in any situation.
Question for the chat. What do you think is going to happen? Do they get this field goal? Do they take it to overtime? I don't know. I mean, how many times have we said they got nothing to do? There's that famous Buffalo Kansas City game where they had about 1 minute left, and you had Buffalo and Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes going back and forth with field goals and touchdowns in 1 minute. That was crazy. So are they capable of it? Absolutely. You got the secondary for the Bucs playing far back in that safe prevent. Mahomes gets the ball under no pressure. He drops it off. And for some reason, the tight end comes in the middle instead of going out of bounds. I don't know why you would do that. It's about 10 yards. I guess the idea is get as many yards and do the take the timeouts. So you got 18 seconds.
62 yards. That's the 44-yard line that they would then need to get to.
Harrison Butker. His career long is 62 yards.
So 15 yards, they at least put themselves in a
position. I don't know.
To give
He's
him
got a good chance. 3 timeouts. Go in the middle. Get as many as you can.
Pre-game, this end of the field from 62. Banked it in off the upright.
And you know, to still have 2 timeouts in their pocket. I mean, 19 seconds. That's a lot.
All right,
of time.
Patrick Mahomes. He is about 5 yards under center in the shotgun. Pump fake, pump fake. He's moving. Goes in the middle, and it's picked. Is it picked, or did it touch the ground? I'm not sure. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it.
Intercepted by Winfield after the tip by
almost. It was tipped, And
big play by Britt, who's been under fire, the inside linebacker for the
it
Buccaneers.
hit the ground.
Ball definitely hit
So
the
it
grass.
was tipped up in the air, and then Winfield jumps
too.
for it,
He
and
has
he's not able to
struggled.
get there
That's-
before it
that
touches the ground.
Area, the linebackers,
So
whether it's been him,
we're going to
Levante
see
David,
another
they've had
play,
some
15
issues.
seconds, two
They're in the middle of the field.
timeouts, and I wouldn't count them out from overtime, but looks like we might see some overtime here. That's where it's leaning.
Four-man rush. Quick.
Oh, this time Patrick Mahomes just drops it off, and the receivers were not looking for the ball.
DeAndre Hopkins did not. And
Nobody
so you see
on
that
the Chiefs
Hopkins,
were
as
looking
he's
for the
coming off
ball, and the
he wants to put
secondary,
it on
the
him
cornerback,
right away.
just
he wants to put it
just
on Hopkins
sneaks
right now,
up and
Hopkins
almost
just
gets a
was
pick.
not prepared, wasn't anticipating what Mahomes was seeing.
I guess that might be some kind of
And now because of that incompletion, it's fourth down and
miscommunication because Hopkins hasn't been there very long, so Hopkins just kept running, and
from Trey Palmer,
and
should send
Mahomes
this
dropped
game
it off.
into overtime.
Yeah, had
So,
Hopkins have been looking,
obviously some
that would have been real
miscommunication.
interesting. It would have been close as to whether or not
You
he
have
would
to
have
think
gotten
that
him into field goal range.
Hopkins just got there. He might not know the whole playbook.
Buccaneers
So the
just have to
punt
stay
comes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The
And
game
that'll do it
is over
for regulation.
Regulation, and we are going to overtime. We
What a
have a
job
game,
by Baker
ladies and
Mayfield.
gentlemen. This is what we're looking for.
Buccaneers
Some
trying to get
Monday
a win
Night
here tonight.
Football.
They started the
Let's
season
go.
3-1. They've lost 3 of their last 4, including those 2 to the
What
Falcons.
a day.
They've got a home date with the 49ers next week, then their bye week. And then for Todd Bowles, a really favorable schedule, the final 7 games of the season. So, I mean, if they
Interesting.
could squeak out a win here somehow or squeak out a win next week
24-24.
who have climbed to 4-4, then
And we got the
maybe
rules,
in business going
obviously.
into their bye
The
week with some winnable games coming up the back end of the schedule.
first score, if it's a touchdown, that's game. But if the second score, I mean, the second score is a win no matter what. You can end in a tie.
Within the division.
Welcome to overtime.
But also being able to win a game like
So
this against defending
Baker and
champs.
Mahomes are here in the center, and they are going to flip the coin. Referees telling the rules. They don't know by now. I mean, they'd be in the NFL.
In Tampa Bay, you're still the visiting team. What is your call? Tails is a call. Tails is a call. It is heads. Kansas City has won the toss.
Okay, so
Elected to receive.
it looks like
Seventh
the
overtime
Chiefs
game
are
of
going to
this
take the
season.
first ball. I wonder if
One
that's
period,
going to be
10
factored
minutes.
in. Maybe
Get a little
Hopkins
extra action in
and
Kansas
the
City,
miscommunications.
tied at
Maybe that's the way
24.
this
To overtime
ends.
we go.
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, yes.
Because that was almost
Feast
2
your
picks.
eyes on this.
Oh, that's sexy. Feels so new.
I want to feel this feeling again and again.
Can I hold it?
How bad do you want to hold it?
I'm not gonna beg, but pretty please.
They don't. Go ahead, press a button.
Almost 2 picks by
it's
the
glowing.
Apple intelligence. We should do this more often.
Agreed.
Rekindle the feeling of love with the new iPhone 16 Pro on us.
by
Feel
the
it again and again with
Bucs
latest iPhone
defense.
every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime.
So let's see what happens. We got
Hey,
an
Jacob,
overtime game
check it out.
on the date the night before an election. I mean, is anybody going to go to
That's a better
sleep?
play.
Plus, it's more fun to say. Bundle Rooski.
It's going to be hard for me to sleep. I know that. I've been pretty excited for this for quite a while. Looks like the Trump media stock is
I'm not
taking a
gonna
little
say
bit of a
Bundle and save
nosedive.
with the
Some of the
personal price
people
plan.
taking their
You can't
money
bet.
off the table.
Like a good neighbor,
But
State Farm is there.
it's still up from where it was. That's for
Well,
sure.
it's been a fun night for these two quarterbacks. A lot of action in Baker, who
It was at closed at 36-28. I mean 36-98 day, and it's still been rising as of like about an hour and a half ago. It just started going a little bit crazy on the overnight. So I don't know where that's going. By the morning, it might be 100. It might go gamma squeeze, as the kids say.
Of course, he transferred
I
to
wouldn't mind
Oklahoma,
that.
the shootout they had between OU and Tech back in college when they were both quarterbacking.
some kind of
That was back in 2016.
some kind of
and now
game
here
stop.
we are in
Oh crap!
2024.
Let's see.
The night for Patrick Mahomes. Baker got Patrick twice in college, 2-0, but 0-3 in their time going head-to-head in the NFL.
So the Chiefs get the ball first. The kickoff was
touchdown.
out of no return. Got Kareem Hunt in the backfield, and they usually hand it off on first, but this time he keeps it and he gets it to Hunt. He avoids a couple of tacklers, and I think he picks up the first down.
Couldn't bring him down.
So a little bit of play action with the running back. He was wide open. Might as well give it right back to him, right? So he avoided one tackle, and then he went for the first down and got about two other defensive players that took him out of bounds. So touchdown wins the game. Patrick Mahomes hands it off again. Hunt is having a heck of a game. What a pickup.
And a 4-yard gain. They're going to give him forward progress out to the 46, give him 5.
Gosh, dang. So he picks up 5 on first down. You're looking at 2nd and 5. So 11 yards with that first play, and then he gets 5 yards with the next. So he has really a complete game.
It's like you're starting the game all over again.
He's got 95 yards on the ground, and really a lot of those in the fourth quarter.
If he
And
gets time in
then
the pocket,
he's
doesn't have
got
to force anything, and that's when they become really, really dangerous offensively.
Mahomes keeps.
So Holmes comes back. He drops it off to Kelsey, and Kelsey picks up the first down and about 4 more yards. So a 9-yard gain.
7 yard.
7 yards.
On that little pitch.
7-yard gain. So he does his stupid little flip there.
But you know, Mahomes is going to be real cautious.
Almost a push in the back by Kelsey right before he gets the ball. But it looks like the defender more or less slipped. I wouldn't be surprised if they had thrown a flag, but they're the Chiefs, so you're not going to throw that flag.
As we watch him on
Mahomes,
and he's just going to be real
again, he's from the 50, gives it off to Kareem, and he gets about 4 or 5, 6.
Going down easily.
They're fighting. They're scrum. They're in a scrum. And I think he picked about 5 yards up.
The Chiefs score a touchdown. They win the game. Tampa Bay just needs a stop. Force a field goal try or something else to get the ball back to number 6.
Yeah, that's Baker Mayfield.
It does not look confident on the Bucs sideline.
He gets
He
one
did
more
get
opportunity to get on the field.
Who knows how much more overtime we have. It's 2nd and 6. Holmes gets the snap, throws it to the left. The wide receiver's open. Hopkins spins off of one. He spins again. About 16 or 17 yard pickup. They just can't tackle these guys. They're getting so many yards after the first touch.
Catches this ball. He knew exactly where he was and
Hopkins
what Hayes was going to try to do, and the spin move coming
incomplete
off of
tackle.
it, picking up some more positive yards.
You can let them get the field goal.
What an addition he has been. We
1st and 10. They're at the Tampa Bay 28-yard line.
You know, just sensed they needed somebody at that wide receiving core, and
Mahomes on first down keeps the ball and he slides. That's an interesting play. Quarterback keeper, and he gets it for about 3-4 yards. So this defensive line for the Bucs just looks. They look like they don't believe it right now. They need a little spark of life in them. They need like a big hit or something to bring some life into them. They look pretty defeated. All the Chiefs fans are there. They're sitting in the rain. No problem. They're happy to be there. Mahomes takes it, fakes the handoff, drops it down, and big pickup by Kelsey. That's about 20 yards. We're sitting at the Tampa Bay 11-yard line. And it doesn't look like they've had a negative play in this whole drive.
This time they line up a little bit differently. Different wrinkle for Kansas City.
Anything they're doing,
that you get used to seeing
I guess
with
that
Travis
point
Kelce
flip
and Mahomes.
killed them.
Career high 13
wide.
catches in the
Big
regular
heads.
season for Kelsey. First down at the 11.
Okay, they hand it off this time. Big stop. Oh, jeez. He still gets 4 yards. He got hit at the line of scrimmage and spins off the
between the 6 and
lineman.
7 yard line.
Picks up
Well, that's a great
about
job
4
by
yards.
Kareem Hunt, because when Levante
Every time
David,
they're
the
touched.
reason he didn't get him to the ground was once he got him stood up, he's trying to rip the ball out.
And they're touched. They
And
just
Kareem
pick
Hunt
up
just
like 4 or
protecting
5
it and
yards.
then keeping his legs going and turned what looked like was going to be not much of a gain into really positive play.
See, you guys are going to see what.
It's been a 5-minute possession already.
Going to be no
Timeout.
surprises for what happens here
Mahomes.
for you or me. Sorry.
Man, it's just a slow, methodical march down the field as
They're
we
doing
have
whatever
seen it
they want
over and over
on the field
tonight
right now.
from Kansas City.
I mean, this is the
Here's
most
touchdown
successful
flip to
drive
P-line.
that they've had
Mahomes
all
went
game.
down, able to recover.
They had
The
nothing.
touchdown throw to DeAndre
No
Hopkins for the
defensive
lead, and then
stops
the
at
answer
all on
on the
this.
touchdown
We're looking
completion to Ryan Miller toward the
Current
end
drive,
of
8
regulation.
plays, 64
The
yards,
extra
5
point tied
minutes.
it. You were talking about at the time, if you're Tampa Bay,
Let's
you have
see.
to at least consider
Mahomes comes
going
out
for the
on the
2-point
field.
conversion, try to win it there. Otherwise, you might
Yeah.
be facing what they're facing right now.
Yeah, no, I think if you're on the road and you got the
A
defending
tough
champs,
one. They
you know,
look pretty
on their
defeated,
heels,
but
I would bet on one play on a 2-point
second
play to
and
win
6.
it. I think that's one
They
that
can make this
Todd
happen.
Bowles is going to regret.
5. So he gets the ball and he gets stopped. No first
near
down.
first
So it
down
looks like it's going to
yardage.
be a 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Big stop.
And we'll see where they put it down.
Gave up 4
It looks
yards.
like just
That's
short
tough.
of the first down, so they,
It's tough. You
you
put
know, they can
yourself
pick up
in
the
a
first down
very
and a new
tough
set of
position, but
downs.
you know what?
Hurting
You're
about
not
a
dead.
yard, maybe
Have-
less than that.
Live another day.
They're
That's some
right on
bull
it.
crap. They gave them a huge spot
There was movement
for the ball.
by Jawan Taylor.
Well, they're showing it right
the
now.
right tackle.
There was a
just an
false
instant
start
before the
on
snap,
the
but no flag.
offense, but no flag. Unbelievable. So you're talking about inches, 3rd and inches. And Mahomes lines
Caliendo
up,
comes
he
in,
hands
he's
it off, and
eligible.
he gets
Here
the
is
touchdown.
Hunt for the touchdown.
That's some bull crap.
Kansas City remains unbeaten.
Doesn't
8-0.
seem like they were going to stop
win
them
in
at all,
overtime.
regardless if that holding is called. That's a tough loss for Baker and the Bucs. That's 3 losses in a row. 2 to the Falcons. 1 loss against the Chiefs and the Ravens. So, tough loss for this Bucs team, but we have the Super Bowl champion sitting at 8-0. What do you guys think about that? What does that
Take a
mean?
look.
What are we looking at? Looked like
Kareem Hunt
Mahomes
got
kind
it
of got
rolling in
hurt.
this second half, and he
Game,
put
but
his head down and just drove his way into the
Just
end
came right
zone
back
with
into
Levante
it.
David right
I mean,
there
what
for
do you-
Tampa
what are you
Bay.
gonna say?
Mahomes had the ankle injury scare.
Andy Reid
He comes back.
has no
Andy
expression
Reid
on
and
his
his group
face.
8-0
Usual.
to start the 2024 season. Let's go
Interviewing
down to
Mahomes.
Lisa Salters.
What are you gonna
Patrick.
ask this guy?
Another one-score game, this one in overtime. Another win for you guys. Just what was the difference? Take us through that slow, methodical game-winning drive.
Yeah, I mean, we got to running the football again. I mean, obviously we were doing stuff good early in the game, but we couldn't finish drives. And Kareem took it on himself to get running again, and we were able to do it in the end. That's a great football team. Hold on one second.
You mentioned that Kareem Hunt had himself a night, but so did DeAndre Hopkins. In just his second game with you guys, what did D-Hop show you tonight?
He showed me that he's going to win one-on-one. I have the confidence in him. I saw it on tape last week. I knew I was going to go back to him, and he's getting one-on-one matchups. We were favored over to Trav, and he's winning.
This entire building was holding its breath for a while. It looked like he got hurt. Just what happened?
Yeah, I rolled the ankle. I rolled it last week, and you roll it again, it never feels good. But as I got some time, it started feeling better, and we'll go. Got a short week, but we'll rehab it up, and I'll be ready to go next week.
All right, thanks, Patrick. Congratulations on the win.
I appreciate you always. Yeah. Tough enough to
The story of this game was third down. All 4 Chiefs touchdowns came on third down. And Patrick Mahomes specifically on third down, 11 for 13, 10 first downs.
Yeah, the big thing is the Chiefs' third downs. He was just killing it every third down. He was pretty much perfect on third downs. What are you going to do in that situation?
ABC News team starting at 7 Eastern on ABC. Next week in LA for the Dolphins and the Rams. This has been a presentation of the NFL on ESPN and ABC. Time now to send it to Scott Van Pelt.
So they got Hardman back.
Joe, thank you very much. Coming up on Sports Center, Ryan Clark will be with us to break down some of the turning points in this game. There are plenty to choose from. We're going to hear from the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. We'll take you inside that winning locker room.
Holy.
Watching on ABC,
Unbelievable.
Next, we'll see you over on ESPN for the post-game show presented by Nationwide. That's 90 seconds from now. See you there.
We are going to take a quick look over at the NFL and what the games they have next on Thursday Night Football. Let's see. Oh, well, there you go. Cincinnati at Baltimore. So that should be a good game. Cincinnati is coming back, and they're ready to play. They're not sitting down. They started off so weak. I forget what it was. They lost like 3-4 games in a row, but they've been pretty consistent now, sitting at 4-5. And then the Ravens sitting at 6-3. But I really like the Steelers team. I'm thinking about dropping a little coin on the Steelers. They have been excellent, and I like their whole makeup of the defense is ridiculous. And then you got Russell Wilson, and even if Russell Wilson's not playing well, you got Justin Fields who's there. So I like that. You also got tight end Pat Freiermuth, George Pickens. I don't love their wide receivers, but they're decent. That's what you expect from Steelers team. You need some players that are just gonna do their job. That's what I like about this team. Pretty much they're gonna lean on the defense, but kind of like what they did with the Legion of Boom up in Seattle. Russell Wilson should be able to keep it going. But you got the Bengals sitting at 4-5, and they are really picking up steam. So they just destroyed the Raiders. They lost to the Eagles, but they beat the Browns and the Giants. So what does that tell you? That doesn't tell you much. Holy smokes. Listen to this. Their wins are against the Panthers, Giants, the Browns, and the Raiders. Some of the worst teams. And they also got a loss to the Patriots on the first game of the season. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this team. They're supposed to be under. I was pretty sure once Joe Burrow came back, signed Higgins and all their players, but this Chiefs team, kind of like they're playing on another level. All these other teams are kind of playing football. I mean, even the Bills had to struggle against the Dolphins. They got the job done. I would love to see a matchup, Bills and the Chiefs, and finally the Bills get the win over the Chiefs in the playoffs. That would be fantastic. That would be cool. I was hoping to see a rivalry between these two quarterbacks, but it's been pretty much one way domination. This is Josh Allen's year to win the MVP, possibly. Now that you've got Darnold falling back to earth. What about the Jets getting that win over the Texans? Texans are kind of short on wide receivers right now, but they got they got Diggs and free agency, so see. So I'm looking at Jets where they sit. They're at 3-6, 3 games, 2 games out of the wild card. Love to see them get in there now that they got Devontae Adams. That would be a fun team. Broncos and the Chargers are both in the playoffs. They're playing good football. I don't know if Broncos can keep it up, but not really the kind of you're going to put a lot of money in. Built tough and ugly. It's like game manager kind of football. Consistent though. But let us know what you think. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for coming to the game, and leave us your comments. What games you'd like to see? Who you think's gonna win? Everything like that. And we will see you next time. Hit that subscribe button. Peace. When we see you next time, we will have a new president.